One of the ways that I can allow my bass to stand out more is by filtering out some of the low frequencies in the piano sample that I sampled earlier. This will also allow me to demonstrate program edit mode with a drum program, which I can edit directly from the touchscreen on the MPC Touch. So I'm going to navigate back up to my first track with the Touch Piano program on it. And I'm going to touch up here in the top left corner to go into my menu. And then I'm going to touch on Program Edit. Now in this Touch Piano program, I only have one sample on this pad. Now in Program Edit mode, I have the ability to affect the samples in the program in several ways. And I can affect the sample on one pad, on multiple pads, or on all the pads. And that's determined by touching here in the right corner and from this screen saying whether I want to affect one zone, multiple zones, or all the zones. So right now it's on current, which means the selected pad. I could touch here if I wanted to affect all the samples on all the pads in all of the banks. So any parameter change in Program Edit mode would affect all of the samples. Or I could go to multiple, and then I could select more than one pad to be affected. So since I only have one sample, I'm going to set it to current and then touch that pad. So I'm going to touch close, and now anything I do only affects this pad. And it doesn't really matter because there's no other sounds on the other pads. And at the top of the screen, you'll see it says pad A01, letting you know that is the pad that's being affected. I am going to go to the bottom of the screen and I'm going to touch where it says filter envelope. And the type of filter that I want to choose is a high pass filter. Now, there are several ways I can change that filter type. I can double touch here on the screen, and then from the menu on the left, I can scroll down and choose the type of filter that I want. Alternatively, because this area has a Q-Link selection around it, I can use Q-Link knob 1 to turn and change to choose my filter. And once my filter is set, then I can use Q-Link knob 2 to adjust my cutoff for that filter. And if I hit the Q-Link button to go to different banks, you'll see the Q-Link knobs will control different parameters. And in bank 4, it controls the filter type, cutoff, and resonance. So I'm going to play this back, and then I'm going to use the cutoff knob to filter out some of the frequencies to see if I can get my bass to stand out. Now, if I wanted to add resonance, I could turn this knob here, and then the knob at the top would allow me to adjust the filter envelope, which would allow me to affect the filter over time if I had that set up.